Welcome back to a special edition of the Wood Heat Workshop. I'm Kathy Craine, along with the Ackerman family and Todd Ackerman, owner now. Congratulations on a beautiful new showcase store. This is that. How many working fireplaces, once again, do you have right here?
We have over 30 working fireplaces, over 85 on display.
And it's right on Route 309, just outside of Quakertown.
Yeah, a lot easier to get to. You just come down right down 309 north of Quakertown.
Now, I'll tell you what, folks, we want you to log on to www.woodheat.com, and there you can ask your questions. As a matter of fact, we've got a couple of questions that you've already asked directly from the website, and here they are. Eric from Jim Thorpe writes, my home is older and doesn't really have a fireplace. What would be a safe and effective unit to heat my family room with?
We have many different kinds of units, depends on what fuel type and your lifestyle is. You know, start off with a wood stove, can easily be retrofit in a person's home. You do need a chimney with any wood stove, and that has to run up to the top of your roof. That adds a little more expense. You know, pellet stoves are sometimes an easy alternative, a little less work, and you can directly vent them out the wall like a dryer, so very flexible. Gas also adds that flexibility to just vent outside the wall without a chimney.
Which is good. You can put that just about anywhere in the house.
Yeah,
then.
Gas and pellets have the advantage they can go into an existing chimney, or if you don't have one, you can vent right out through the wall.
Wow,
so
that's very nice, and it's very convenient for them.
With the wood stoves, if you don't have the chimney, as Todd mentioned, we can run a chimney up the side of the house. It doesn't have to be, or up through the house. It doesn't have to be a big masonry structure. We have stainless steel chimneys that will last you forever.
You know, the big thing is, do you want wood, which you can get free, or do you want a push-button control, you know, with gas?
which is, you know, again, blending it with their lifestyle.
And it depends whether you have gas, existing gas in your house or not.
Okay, all right, so then that gentleman does have an option for his older home. But Shelly from Bethlehem writes, I am redoing my basement into a family room. How would I put a wood stove down there without a chimney?
Yeah, it's actually quite frequent that we, you know, with a basement remodel, maybe the heat didn't come with the home, they don't really heat the basement, so we're adding a new source of heat to that basement remodel, and that's very easily done. You know, if you have a walkout basement any side, there's absolutely no question, but you can just vent out through that wall. But with people with the sunken basement, it gets a little more challenging than they wonder about, but there's usually plenty of room for us to fit a vent out through that exit on that just above ground space of your basement. And we do put a lot of gas fireplaces in, pellet stoves, or even wood stoves, and run a whole new chimney up the outside of the house. So the options are just as plentiful for her as...
Yeah, even if you do have a basement that's below grade, you can come out into a window well-like structure and come up with a pellet stove or gas stoves. So hope isn't lost.
Hope isn't lost. Janine from Bally writes, my pilot on my gas stove, I can identify with this, is out, and I've lost the manual. Yikes. How do I restart the pilot?
Well, we do have a short video on our website that can help them out and make it easy. They can watch that to relight the pilot. There's also usually instructions in the bottom of your unit you can reference. But if you're like me, it's a lot easier to go watch the video.
Yeah, I didn't know there was instructions on the bottom of my unit. I didn't know.
Most people don't even realize that, you know, it's hidden down there. But
and just some, kind of related, is a lot of the stoves now are going to where they don't have a pilot light, where you don't have to, you turn the switch on and it will light with electronic sparks, so you don't need to have a pilot running all the time, and that saves more energy.
Boy, I'll say. That's pretty cool. Ed from Regalsville writes, I have 3 dogs, 2 cats, a bird, and a wife. And he and his wife are older and want to convert my wood-burning fireplace into a gas fireplace. Is it safe?
Absolutely safe. You know, that's one thing. Some people have aversion to gas, which they really have no need for, because the appliances are very safe. And the gas appliances that we recommend for a fireplace tend to be what they call direct vent fireplace inserts, meaning it's sealed in the front of the glass. So there's even a safety screen in front of that. So even your pets roaming around getting curious, or any small children you might have, are going to cause no harm to themselves or to your fireplace.
What direct vent means is it's completely sealed to the home. There's nothing coming back but the light and beauty of the fire and the heat. So it draws its fresh air from outside, and the exhaust goes to the outside. So it's completely sealed and safe in the home for the pets, for you, for everybody, and just beautiful warmth.
Even, you know, from a point of view of health, again, it's, you know, they're Healthy Home certified, by the American Lung Association. There are a lot of options when you're going out there, but truly the sealed direct vent units are your safest, probably your most overall efficient units.
And you know what? Our grandparents, they all grew up with wood and fire all the time, and they didn't walk around with scars on their face or their hands or anything.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's safe today.
They're a lot safer today,
yes,
too.
Absolutely.
As Todd mentioned, we recommend direct vent appliances. We do sell regular traditional gas logs that give you the beauty of the fire,
Right.
but they require you to have your damper open, so they're not a heat efficient option. So they're just for the aesthetics. And on the market, there's other products, vent-free products, which we don't recommend. It's the opposite of direct vent. Everything is coming back into your home.
No.
So all the combustion products are coming back into your home, and if it doesn't burn as clean as it's supposed to, all that's coming back into your home, and it can be pretty
And that's
ugly.
scary because the regular consumer probably sees something very, very cheap on sale, and they don't realize that that is the case. And that's why they need to come to the experts at Wood Heat, because you will guide them into something that's safe, efficient, and saves you a lot of money. We also have another question from Steve from Whitehall. I have a fireplace now in my great room, which is apparently a living room, but it never seems to heat the whole room. Options?
Well, that's, primary part of our business today is putting inserts in, whether it be wood, pellet, or gas, as we just discussed, into their fireplace. But you have a lot of those options today that you can easily insert one of these products into your fireplace, and we use your existing flue to vent the gases. So I'd suggest stop in and we'll have some great solutions for you.
As we mentioned on many of the shows before, when you have an open burning fireplace, it's just a big vacuum pulling the air out of your house. So it takes the heat with it, and even when you're not using your fireplace, it's taking heat out of your house. Not necessarily reducing your heating bills, and maybe increasing it. Where with our products, they're going to be 70–80% efficient. They're going to give you that heat back, and your wood's going to burn longer if you burn wood. Pellets or gas even make it more convenient.
See, that's what I mean. In a regular fireplace, the wood just seems to go like that.
Oh, yes, they're gopher stoves. You put wood in them and you go for more.
Yeah, go for stoves.
And because that smoke and everything's going up your chimney so fast, it doesn't have time to burn efficiently in your fireplace. So it's also putting more pollutants into the air. A traditional wood-burning fireplace is putting a lot of smoke up your chimney. These new wood-burning stoves are EPA certified. They put out just a tiny fraction of the amount of grams of particulates up your chimney per hour, and it's giving you that heat back. So it's better for the environment and a lot better for your heating bill.
Yeah, obviously. And speaking of that, with skyrocketing heating bills and all that kind of stuff, with everything out there, you have a really unique calculator on your website that I was using, and some of my friends are using too, that actually shows you how much you'll save with every particular heating source.
Yeah, as we talked earlier, there's a lot of savings just from zone heating versus central heating, but there's fuel savings when you switch different fuels, and our calculator online will show you some of those differences between if you're spending your money on electricity versus if you're going to go to wood or pellet or gas. You can do those fuel comparisons at home with the use of our calculator.
Now, you mentioned also about some of the products that are really unique. Who would have thought that we'd be burning corn or something else? Tell me a little bit about some of the other alternatives, like a pellet stove, and how efficient those are.
Well, we have a stove here that's really one of a kind that burns multi-fuels. You're 100% corn, 100% pellets, and other grains.
Well, isn't there somebody that it actually burns like sunflower seeds, cherry pits, and peanut hulls, and all kinds of things?
Yeah, Quadra Fire is probably the most advanced, you could say, multi-fuel burning engine they have out in the market today. It's a Mount Vernon AE, one of our prime stoves that it not only looks good, it has a lot of functionality to it. Its computer brain lets you just select your different fuels and make all the adjustments. The stove is so advanced, it works off low energy DC motors. It uses very little energy from your home and has an easy battery backup because of that. It really is amazing, some of the technology advances. I know my father here, when he was, I came back into business in '93 with him. I remember pellet stoves back in '93 that he was selling back then. And it was kind of new back then to a lot of people. Now pellet stoves are in many homes today. And throughout that time, some of the manufacturers, such as Quadra Fire, have advanced quite a bit. even easy thermostat operation. You let your thermostat start it up and just kind of take care of it. Your chore is just cleaning some of the ashes out.
Yeah, it takes care of itself. You know, yeah, the thermostat on the wall, if the sun comes out and warms your home up, it will sit there and wait. And when it gets cold, it will kick on. In a few minutes, it'll have a fire going and warm your house up.
And you know what's really amazing is I don't think before, years ago, the pellet stoves didn't have the thermostatically controlled area where it would automatically feed, then stop, and feed and stop to actually heat the room as it needed.
Absolutely. A lot of stoves still don't. You know, there are many stoves there that don't have that thermostat operation, and very few have the kind of thermostat operation the Quadra Fire that has. You know, it's truly a thermostat-ready stove to give you that ease and simplicity of operation. You won't find that on other pellet stoves.
And you won't find any selection any better anywhere around than right here at the new location, in your new location in Flemington, New Jersey. I mean, you've got so many displays and so many working fireplaces that you can see all of these different alternatives.
Go see theirs and then come to us to see the best.
Yeah, that's right. Price out all the rest, and I'll tell you what, folks, you will always come back to Wood Heat. And your two new locations are at Quakertown, right here where we're sitting, and in Flemington, New Jersey. And again, folks, you can always log on to the website to get additional information. Do you offer financing for your stoves?
Yes, we do, Kathy. Finance programs we have like a 6-month no interest program that's available for any of our customers that walk in.
Are you really going to be warm this winter? Maybe it's time that you think about an alternative heat source. Our time is just about up. Todd, why buy a wood or an alternative heating solution stove now?
Well, there's just some great incentives in the market right now to come by now. And I think the sooner you install and have a stove, the sooner you start your savings. It's like one of those investments you'll say, why did I put off, you know?
But see the website for some tax credits.
Yeah,
and so forth.
absolutely. You never know what's going to be popping up, and you will always give them up-to-date information on that. Plus, savings certificates. Plus, this season, you may be one of the lucky winners to win your very own patio campfire. No purchase necessary. There's all kinds of fun things on the website. Log on to the website at www.woodheat.com. And thank you, gentlemen. Our time is up, and we will have another special edition of the Wood Heat Workshop very soon. Keep watching. Thank you very much for watching. And again, have yourself a great warm night.
After a hard day in a cold world, fireworks.
You got it.